Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. And not the fact that it's snowing and we're really early in the end of October, but what's that? I don't know if somebody was saying something. Sorry about that. Anyway, it is Monday, October 26th, and we are going to bring you some fabulous speakers this morning. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with Becky. Let me go ahead and spotlight Becky. I'm really excited about this. She has been doing something just a little bit different at her show. She's doing what's called a power hour. I don't want to give too much away because I know she's going to share a little bit about this. So Becky has changed her business and some of it, and I know credit goes to Charisse, I think, because you have followed her footprint like you have. She said, go out and get this, and wherever you are, she was all over that. Whatever folders that you had, whatever labels that you did, her business has just turned around, and she is doing gangbusters with recruiting every area of her business. So I'm really excited. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it right over to Becky. Becky, go ahead.
Thanks, Patty, and yeah, thank you, Charisse. I took your host coaching training right to heart. Went out and ordered all the everything, the folders. I printed out the labels. I'm using your system, and it works for me great. It holds me accountable. So my name is Becky. I live in a little rural town in upstate New York. I joined Pampered Chef 4 years ago, became a director in 18 months, lost my directorship, got my directorship back, and now I'm growing my team, and here we are. Patty wanted me to share with you what I do in my parties. I run 7-day parties. The first 2 days are pre-party. Then Monday through Friday is, I do like 6 posts a day. And one night during the week, for an hour, I do what's called a power hour. I usually talk to my host, figure out what night works for her, depending on how many parties I have going on. I try to keep them to just Monday through Thursday. I try to have Fridays and Saturdays and Sunday nights off. And what that power hour is, like, since the new products come out in the fall, that hour, there's 20 posts. They're numbered 1 through 20, and I'm showing the new fall products. Starting this week, I kind of got to change that up a little bit. I'm going to substitute in a couple of things, like for the number and letter cake pan and the accent decorator, but people look forward to it. I announce it. I kind of build up some hype for it. My announcement post announcing when Power Hour is going to be. I offer tickets for them to comment just with what time it is when they see that post, something simple, quick they can do. And as people do that, it's making that post get seen more in the party because people are commenting on it. I don't know, Patty, did you want me to screen share my Power Hour? Yeah.
Yeah, I am muted. I just had some background noise. Becky, yeah, no, totally. Would love for you to screen share so they can kind of see. Now, she doesn't really go live, but the posts are fast and furious, and
yeah, they're about three to 4 minutes apart. I'll do like 3 or 4 of them 3 minutes apart, and then I throw one in there 4 minutes apart. I usually try to make it like if it's one with a longer video, or if it's a game, or maybe the recruiting post, I want to give them a little more time before the next post pops up.
So can I ask a question? So this is announced in your party earlier that a certain time, certain hour on a certain night is going to be a power hour where you're going to be just sharing a lot of things. Like, so how do you market it? And how does it play out when you go to share?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I just put up a post. I make a banner in Canva, that's specific to that power hour time and night. And, I'll tag everybody in the party in that post, ask them to comment on it with what time they saw the post, and that gets everybody seeing it, because there's more comments on it, and it usually plays out pretty well. My very first post is the Power Hour roll call post, and that is key. That is what gets everybody in there and commenting, and I'll show you.
You should be able to screen share.
All right, here's my roll call post. This is a party from the Power Hour was on October 14th. So this is just a banner I made. It's where do you live and what is your favorite fruit or veggie? And I offer a prize for the person who lives the farthest away from the host. And I tell her to go in and tag, friends that are living out of state, who she thinks is the farthest away from her, different things like that to get things going. You'll see there's 41 comments on this. She's got 80 people in her party, 80 something. 67 people saw this post. When they comment with where they live and what their favorite fruit is or their veggie, I come back with a recipe from our website. I comment with it. I give them recipes. They love it. Like here, she says she's from DeRuyter and she loves tomatoes. So I gave her the bacon, linguine, and tomato toss recipe. It's just, I have the website open, our personal website, and just copy and paste the links in there. People love recipes. Once people start seeing that I'm posting these recipes, then they start commenting even more. And this gets your attention in the party because in a couple of minutes, bam, there's going to be another post. And it just keeps going. And it works. My team does it. I've had hosts tell me that the reason they booked is because of Power Hour. I've had consultants tell me the reason they signed up is because of Power Hour. That it was fun and they loved it and they wanted to do it. I don't know.
So Becky, most of the people, so everybody is totally aware of that. I know we had gone through that. I just think it's kind of different. I thought you were actually going live and I was like, oh, but you're just posting during that hour. People are totally aware of, the fact that you are going. I think you said you go what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays is your hour. I think that you're going.
Yeah, I usually get with the host of each party and ask them, what night works better for you. And sometimes, I'll give my host who has followed my host coaching tips with the inviting, whoever has the most people in their party, I give her first choice just because I got to start somewhere with who gets first choice of when they want their Power Hour that week,
Okay. No, yeah. And then what are some of the other posts? So you do, I think you said 20 posts during that hour.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference? Because this is what totally made a difference for you in your business, is transitioning from that whatever party that you were doing before, that length 5 days, 7 days, whatever you were doing, to still kind of doing that with the pre-party post, but then really gaining momentum in this hour.
For me, I think it's, if I start telling people on Monday that there's going to be a Power Hour Wednesday or Thursday, I don't lose them so much as if I had nothing for them to look forward to. That's what's changed it for me, as I'm keeping people interested. I'm still getting comments on Thursday and Friday, Before I started doing this, I was losing people, and I switched things up, tried going to the 3-day parties, and my host didn't like it. They didn't feel like their guests had enough time to browse and order. And so I went back to this, and I actually got the idea from the hour, I think from one of the mega parties that I saw you guys do. And I thought, why not do this in a party?
Yeah.
And that's why I started doing it.
Yeah. So walk us through the steps. When do you actually, because I know that you have very specific, you create the show on a certain day, you invite your hosts, and you're not doing mega parties yet, right? So
No.
Okay, so
no.
you're not doing a mega party, but so go ahead. When do you actually create the party? When do actually people when do the hosts get let in?
I set them up on Wednesdays. I send it to my host on Thursdays. I give them their first inviting tip, which is like Thursday night. I just tell them to start inviting using the invite button. I used to send them 3 tips all at once, and that seemed to be too much for my hosts, and they weren't doing it. So the first tip is Thursday. I just tell them, use the invite button. I tell them don't invite more than 20, 25 at a time. Actually, honestly, lots of times I tell them 15 to 20, just because I don't want them getting spammed, marked as a spammer, I guess. So I let them do that for Thursday. And I tell them wait a half hour in between doing that, go back in, invite another 15 to 20. I tell them to jump around the alphabet. I tell them don't just go right down through your friends list as it appears when you start inviting people. Just to hop around the alphabet a little bit to, keep Facebook off their track. Then on Friday, I send them words to use to message, to do personal messaging invites. That way it also has the group link, their Facebook group link. And then on Saturday, it's pretty much, I tell them to keep using the combination of the two. A week before, I usually have the host post something on their personal wall. I send them a graphic, words to use, tell them to be excited, letting people know that they're going to be having hosting a party, and to comment if they'd like an invite. So I also have my host go back to that post, comment with her group link, and make sure that all those people that commented on that post are in the party. And that helps them, get a bunch that definitely want to be there. If they took the time to comment on her save the date post, then they definitely want to be in the party. I also give my host a challenge. I got this idea from Charisse too, I think. If they get 50 people in their party by midnight on Sunday, I pay their shipping in their host card. And the reason I do that is because I think most of you get 50 people in your group and it opens up insights. And it makes things a lot easier for, counting tickets, seeing who's active. And that's why I do it, because I run the ticket game.
Yeah.
So.
And so then you're posting on Saturday, Sunday, you're doing pre-party posts?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday is pre-party posts. That's when I messaged my hosts. I start messaging them on Saturday to find out what day of the week works best for them for Power Hour. I just ask them, what hour can you be on Facebook, and make sure that you're commenting on these posts and be active in the party as if all your friends were right in your own home.
Yeah. So, and they're pretty much there. They pretty much,
Yeah.
They're pretty much there with you on that hour. Are you coaching her during that hour at all and I know you schedule posts. I know you actually don't do sit there or anything, but are you giving her any kind of, post or to post during that time?
I don't give her anything to post during that time, but I do remind her, before the Power Hour starts, to make sure that she's going to be on and commenting that it's very important to make sure to feel free to tag her friends in any games, any posts, products she thinks they might be interested in, and with the roll call post, I tell her, make sure you're tagging your friends that live farther away.
And she's the one that picks the prize for the farthest.
Yep. I have a map quest it.
Okay. For the one that's far away. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And that prize is just, I email the winner the 40th anniversary ebook.
Okay. Yeah. I know a lot of people are turning to ebooks. There's so many of them now.
Yeah.
Great idea. Yeah. And then, it's either a Monday night or Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. And then, when do you wrap things up?
Friday is my last day for products, for posting for products. Saturday, I'll go in and put up a post telling them this is their one last chance to earn tickets. I offer them 50 tickets for joining my VIP group. They have until Sunday night to order. The link is going to be open until Sunday night at midnight. And usually Sunday, I'll announce like all the individual game winners, the guessing games, things like that. Monday morning, I count up tickets and I announce the winner of the ticket game on Monday afternoon. And I also do the Google form at the beginning, and I do a drawing for that. So
You just switched that up, right? And you said you like that much better. Somebody actually, I think it's because someone on one of these director chat calls actually talked a little bit about, doing it earlier. So you switched
yeah,
that up.
yeah.
There's a question in the chat from Roxanne that if you're doing a power hour, how much other posts are you doing for the rest of the party? And some people are feeling like this is a real long party. Like for some people, it's added on a Thursday, and then you're doing a power hour a week later on a Thursday, and then it's, how are you feeling?
Some girls' parties are 2 weeks long, remember?
I post usually 6 posts a day in the party. I do them every couple of hours. The first one is around 9 o'clock in the morning. Then I do like 11, 11:30, 3, 3:30, 6:30, and then 1, 8, 8:30. The very first post in the morning, before I actually do product post, is always my welcome post, where I do the right post and welcome the new members of the party. That's always an interaction game. And then my last post of the night is usually an interaction game or something. Maybe it might be like something about the business to get them to ask questions. And some people think it is too long. Not every party goes great. Some of them go very, very well. Others do not. And I think you'll find that no matter how you run your parties, some are going to go great, some are not.
So you're not really going live at all during your party?
Nope.
Okay. So the reason that we asked you is that this power hour idea can be translated into anybody else's party, whether you're doing a 3-day party, 4-day party, different days, different ways of inviting. I know I recently asked Linda McGuire, and she's typing away, but she changed up when the posts are, because she told me, she goes, there's more Linda, I don't know if I'm right, there's more interaction over that first weekend. So you guys are like jumping right into doing product posts right away that first weekend and shortening up the whole time, because as you said, Monday and Tuesdays end up being dead days, right?
Well, but I can't take credit for that. That was the Queen Anna.
Queen Anna. Well, I'm still, the whole thing is, I love Becky. Becky, I love what you're saying about this power hour, because like any of us can put that into any kind of show, any day, any time that we wanted to, or we could go live. So, and so tell us how it changed.
Concentrated in one.
Do you mind scrolling through, Becky? We're seeing the potato masher for.
Yeah. I have one consultant on my team who her power hour is a live Zoom. So that's how she does her. Okay. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You can change this up and do it any way you want. I mean, in these, for me, I'm happy with the comments I'm getting. I'm getting 10 comments. Some of them I get more. And like this one, I don't even offer tickets for. I've got 11 comments on it, and all it is just one picture of the peeler. And, I mean, I try to make them like this with the video on top and 3 pictures at the bottom, just because to me, it looks nicer as a post. And that was a trick I learned from someone. I'm not sure.
I know, it's I know. I can't even remember who shared that, but I do love that. Yeah, it looks nice.
And here's like my first game, well, besides the roll call, and this is for a prize. And they get 20 tickets for their response, even if they don't win. And there's, I think, 21 comments, So, I mean, and I just, at the end is when I announce it, and I don't know, people stay, and I used to cut it off. I used to give them 24 hours to catch up on commenting for tickets for Power Hour. And now I don't, because that would be like the end of my commenting in a party. People wouldn't comment anymore because they weren't getting tickets out of it. So now I just leave it open. They've got the whole week. They've got until the end of the party to get caught up on tickets. And it keeps people commenting.
Yeah, I love that. Do you mostly get your orders then right after that night, or do they come in the next day or whatever? Do you feel like that really helps a lot for order?
Yeah, I get a lot that night and the next day. Some people, I mean, I'm sure you know, some people already know what they want before they even come to a party. So some people don't even wait to see the new products. They're just, you know, they're just shopping. And the bummer about this now is with the new direct ship, for me, I can't add to people's orders, you know, like unless they tell me. So in my pre-party, in my direct ship post, in my let's talk shipping post, I did put in there that you know, if they feel that they might want to add to their order or, you know, change their order in any way, to please let me know within a few hours of placing their order, because it will be processed that night. I don't really know that this direct ship is new to me, so I'm learning with
Yeah.
that, you know.
You've got 2 questions or 3 questions that are the same about the video. 2 parts. Your video looks really good and it's automatically playing. How are you posting that? How are you getting your post to look like that? And secondly, are you using a posting service or are you live in the event?
I use Facebook Scheduler. That's the only one I use. Patty and I were talking about this the other day. I might have to give in and go with a posting service. I'm not sure. I have 20 parties on my calendar for November, so I don't know how this is going to work for me. I got a couple of block parties scheduled just to kind of help me out for time. So I would, and what was the other part of the question? The first part? I'm sorry.
Your video, how do you get your video to automatically play?
Oh.
Or how are you just, they asked about how your post looked and I think it was 2 different people asked about your video.
Yeah.
And
I just download them from Marketing Imagery, save them to my computer, and I put the video up first in the post.
Yeah.
And then I add the pictures. And you'll see, like, this one's got 4 pictures besides the video. Well, there's more than that. But if you go with a video and 3 pictures, your video is going to be wider across the post. Let me find one. Like that, just has the video and 3 pictures. Once you get 4 pictures, it's going to bring one up next to the video, like that.
Right.
And then it'll add on the rest of your photos. But I always do the video first so that it's seen first. You don't want it hidden in your post.
Right. Yeah. I know Kimberly wrote in there that SynShare, you can, and we talked about that, Becky, that you can put a video in there. You can direct upload a video. You don't need a YouTube link to do that. So there's no links that take you off the page. It does autoplay. The only thing about that is you can only do a video. So you can't add other posts to that, because I did try that. So you can't do another post, but you could, I mean, you can't add another picture. You can't add additional pictures. You could only add one video. But if you were to do it in Canva, where you fixed it where you could do post and video in there, you know how we were taught that we had that Canva training on that, which is excellent. You could upload that Canva post with the video and the pictures right to SynShare. So you can do that.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, and it looks really nice. I mean, and now SynShare is not posting SynShare next to it. It's not doing a SynShare.
Hey, Patty, the other thing that I've started doing is I kind of switch it up. Like I do Facebook Scheduler like Becky does as well, but then I also love and need to do SynShare for the majority of my post. But what I've been doing now that they upload the videos and they run really nicely is I will actually run a video and then I will say in my comment of the video, and right after this video, check out the post directly under here with all of the recipes. So you can take you can do another Scent Share post to post like 3 minutes later and have a bunch of photos and recipes in it too.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant, that you could post the video and then you'd have to do the after post.
A separate post, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, perfect. I don't know if there was any other, yeah, I don't think, yeah, Post My Party does not have, you know, where you can upload a video yet, but I'm sure they're so competitive that, you know, everybody's close in doing that. So, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but I just found it. ScentShare has a Pampered Chef and ScentShare group run by ScentShare. So I don't know if anybody has found that. I just happened to run across that that group. So I don't know if anybody, if you ever need, because I know people are always asking about something happened with their post or something, you know, with ScentShare. So there is a helpful group that I just found. Yeah. Or you can do pages and download as an MP4. Oh, like you had talked about before, Kimberly, right? Yeah, with the pages. Okay. Yep. Everybody's getting so tech savvy with these third-party posting services. Yeah. Post My Party, you can use the Facebook link to your business page. Yes, you can. You can totally do that, where you grab the link from your business page and you can put that link in ScentShare and you can do that. So it is nice to have, like Linda said, she does both, and sometimes I do too, but I love this. I love this. So does anybody have any other questions for Becky? This was really great, Becky. If you, this is cute too, this cupcake roulette. I don't know if anybody ever saw that one. That's cute. Do you use that a lot now?
Yeah, I have for the last couple of months. I switched between this and the pick a number game. Both of them I got from Charisse. This one I changed it up a little bit. I think I put in the Everyone Loves Cupcakes. There was something else there. I think it was something about how you have to place an order. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to ask anybody to, you know, I didn't want to tell me to place an order.
Do you get a lot of bookings from that one? I would like to try that one.
Her party, I got 4 bookings from. The party that ran the opposite night of her, I got 6 bookings from, and that ended up being an $1,800 party. This one was $1,000.
Yeah,
but
really,
you know, yeah, they pick a number and I reach out to them, and even I have all the graphics too with there's prizes on the cupcakes or parties. Mm-hmm. And I either message them or I have them message me, and I let them know what they picked. And even if they pick a prize, I do the, you know, would you like to upgrade and host a party? And I do well with it. I do well with the pick a number game. This one, I think I need to change up my prizes, or at least what cupcakes they're under, because I think people might be starting to cheat if I have repeat guests, you know.
I know we're getting a lot of questions for the cupcake roulette. I think I have them all, so I can add them to.
How about you?
Oh, somebody's.
I know.
Yeah, I have them too. I can send them to you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we have. Okay, I think we got it. Not sure, but I think we did.
Well, okay. I'm just wondering if she sees some of the questions in the chat.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Becky, are you able to see the chat questions?
Maybe
you can. Somebody asked if you wouldn't mind just scrolling through your.
Yeah. Let's go through. Yeah. Okay. So there's 20 posts, and you know, go ahead. Why don't you do that first? Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to go all the way back to post 1 or just keep going where I am?
What do you want, Marie? You wanted to go back? She already went through those.
Sorry, I'm muted. I think that's up to you. Why don't we just continue going?
Yeah, from here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that's the cupcake game. And I have found that if I don't put in all capital letters, please read the rules so you understand how the game works, people don't. They pick a cupcake and then they're mad because they picked a party and not a prize. It's like, well, did you read the post? So,
yeah.
And then I do a taste buds one. And I get some interaction on that. I haven't had anybody sign up for that yet. And I don't know. I've tried. I've sent out emails. It'll come around, I think. But again, it's me. I need to put more effort into it also.
Yeah.
And then I do the enamel cast iron. I'm doing well with these. People are loving these. People are ordering them
Oh, nice.
in my parties. Yeah. And not just my past hosts either. So that's working well. And then I do a game. This one is just for tickets, but I still, I still get quite a bit of comments on that. People like them guessing games. Then the next one I do that numbers and letters cake pan, but I'm gonna have to switch that out. I was thinking I would do the cookie house molds instead.
You don't really need to switch it out. I mean, early November, like probably the first week of November, it'll be back. So if
I don't
anybody
mean
wants
to
it,
interrupt, but I don't know if you guys saw, you can buy them as the set. You can get the set and the easy accent decorator as a set right now.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
well,
kept them
there you
in.
go.
I kept it in my template because you can buy it as the set. You just can't buy the cake pan separately.
Well, look at us. Okay. Good
Thank you
to
for
know.
that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I
No.
was considering taking it out of my template as well. And then I noticed, and someone else brought it up, that you can buy it as a set. Unless they changed it since Friday, but I don't think they did.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
And so then I just needed a filler for the end, and the brownie pans
Right,
come
you can.
as
You
the
can.
set. So I put in the set as my last post. And then I do a thank you post.
Mhm.
And I tag my host in it. Tell them, that the posts are numbered 1 through 20 to help them stay on track or get caught up if they fell behind,
Yeah.
And then that's it. And the next day, usually the next day after Power Hour, I might do only 4 or 5 posts, but I remind them in the morning, to go back through, scroll through, see what they might have missed, get caught up for comments. I have my hosts go through, and the day of Power Hour, I have my hosts go through. That's their task that day, is to go through and comment on posts and remind people about Power Hour that night. That's something I have them do on the day of Power Hour. And then the next day, I kind of take it easy on them for posts. Take it easy on me too for scheduling, I guess, because most likely I have another Power Hour, that night that I need to get ready for.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go well for me. Like I said to Patty the other day, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work for me, but I'm getting pretty good with my little system I have going now. So it works for me. My sales are great. I have no complaints with my business other than things I need to do. My business is going well, but it's me. The things that need to be fixed are me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, but yeah, my team does this. We've all gotten tons of compliments from our host and from our guests. I had one girl tell me a couple months ago that she had been to 11 different Pampered Chef parties in like a 6-week span, and that hands down, mine was the most fun. I'll take that any day, that to me, that was great. Yes. And my consultants are telling me that they're getting compliments like that too. So, it's a lot of extra work, and maybe it's not for everybody, but like Marie said earlier, you could make that Power Hour whatever you wanted. I have a girl who does it Zoom. I have one girl who has done her Power Hour on nothing but the outlet, because that's what her host wanted, and that's a great idea too. Some people are on a tight budget and don't have a lot of money to spend, and they're not just seeing the outlet when they're looking through the catalog,
Sure. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So here, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I was going to say maybe.
I was just going to say, I actually did a Power Hour Saturday morning. That was the first time I'd ever done one like in the morning or on a weekend. And that went pretty well too. You know, it was kind of a quick party. She wanted to, she booked a party from my $1,800 party last week and wanted to hurry up and get it going because she's trying to get to the 400 because she wants to get that small kit for $9. So this morning she hit 338. So we've got to get her another order and get her to the 400 so she can get the host coupon. And then before the end of the month, order her kit.
Yeah.
So we got to get that done like today, tomorrow. But yeah. You could
We have a
do
couple
whatever you
questions
want.
too. We have a couple questions that are unanswered. Let's see. Did
I don't
you
know why.
highlight the new products any other day? So I know you use a lot of the new products. No, you don't. Just that day. Just
I might show like recipes throughout the rest of the party, like, but I don't. I really try very hard not to reveal the new products until Power Hour. During pre-party, I do put up the one video that shows the new fall 2020 products. And I just say, here's a quick look at the new products that we'll be showing you this week. Which one's caught your eye for
good. Yeah.
10 tickets or whatever. And, but yeah.
Okay. So a business page, are you posting from your personal profile or your business page? We had a question.
I do not use my business page. I'm the rebel. I just use my personal Facebook and create groups from there.
And you don't link it to your to a business page at all, right? No. Okay. All right. Well, you seem to be okay. So.
I've never been put in jail. Knock on wood.
Would, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have. To me, the business page is it's a lot easier to post. Like even my VIP group, I have almost 300 people in that, and I get tons and tons of action, and I can post the same thing on my business page and no one sees it. You know, so I go into my business page like once or twice a month and we'll post whatever the host special is, the guest special, stuff like that. Like I'll go in there and post that the cinnamon and the vanilla are back for the holidays. Other than that, I do everything on my VIP page. I don't post anything Pampered Chef, not very often on my personal wall. I not very often at all will any of my regular Facebook friends see anything about Pampered Chef.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris just said, I know a lot of people were having trouble creating groups from their business page. So she was saying maybe she should switch back to her personal. You can switch back to your personal, but then you could always link it to your business page, right? You could still do that. I don't know, but I know that, yeah, people were having a lot of trouble with setting up groups. Yeah, Cora was asking that. So it sounds like Chris is. Chris, are you still having trouble with that? Business page and the VIP page. Okay, so we also had one. What is the difference from the business page and the VIP page? I'm confused. So you're posting in your VIP group, right?
Yeah.
Not a page. It's not a page.
Right.
Yeah. So she's posting in VIP. Okay. All right.
It's a group created through my personal Facebook.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I did not create my VIP through my business page.
Okay.
It's created from out in regular Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, I remember way back when I created it from my personal page, but now it's linked to my business page. But a lot of people seem to be having trouble with that. Darn. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? I hope, Becky, we didn't go over because I know that you couldn't stay on forever.
That's right. I was trying to see the chat, but for some reason it's not giving me
well,
that.
Screen sharing. So if you want to unscreen share, maybe that
Oh.
so that you can kind of see if there's anything else.
Okay.
We did have a question. Marion was asking, do you find that everybody holds their party?
Yes, as long as I keep in touch with them, which using Sharice's host coaching system, I am. I do.
She's
And
got those folders and everything.
Yeah, I mean that host coaching has been life changing for me. it's held me accountable. It's made me stay in touch with my hosts. It's made me do the things I'm supposed to do because I am a very shiny ball kind of person. You know, if one of my team messages me, I'll drop everything and answer them. You know, because I just can't handle leaving them hanging. I can't focus if I don't answer them. But that's something I've been working on too, is stopping doing that. Like I've been turning off my green light more on chat, on Facebook, for hours at a time. And I'm finding that I'm getting caught up on my own things. So
Yeah.
Yay for me.
Yeah. Okay. So Miriam asked, where can I find her host coaching? All of that is on the PC Team Training website. Just scroll down. Therese did a whole training on it. So it's there. Every support material is with that. I think everything was there, right, Becky? All of that was there with that. I think I put everything all together. Yeah, so that's where she got it from. So it's there. It's all there. You can actually search for it right on there. I heard there's a way to schedule your text. One of my team members figured this out, and I'll be checking it out for host coaching. Thank you. That's Sue Moulton. Okay. How do we gain access to the website? Yeah. It's pcteamtraining.com, and the password is 2020 vision with a capital V. So that's how that's how you access the website to that. And actually all of the training for the leaders, the director chat, I'm just keeping it all on the front page. I'm making it easy for everybody to access. Typically I put it under the leaders tab, but I just kept it there because it's great for anybody to view. So all that training is like gold. So, yeah.
Somebody said, turn off your green light. That's a thing. Yes. Turn off your active status. Go to Messenger, and then I think you click on settings right there in Messenger, and you can turn off your active status. But I believe you have to turn it off on your computer and on your phone.
Yeah.
So you can also like, you can schedule dark mode, I think it's called.
Yeah, you're right. You can.
Mine's on right now.
And do you have
quiet mode?
What is it? Which mode is it?
It's called quiet mode. You can edit that in your settings.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
How do you, and does it, when you turn off the chat in one place, like if you turn it off on your computer, does it automatically turn off on your phone as well?
I don't believe so. It tells you have to turn it off in both places or it's not going to work.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I started like scheduling quiet time, because it turns it off. Like I don't get any notifications or message notifications during that quiet time.
Wow. And then do they all just come back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or they're there, they just don't ping you, is that right?
Yeah. You know, I mean, and yes, you could turn your volume down, but your phone's still going to light up.
Okay.
You know, so for me, I don't know. And yes, you could flip your phone over, but for me, I have to just turn it off, or I'm constantly answering people's questions.
Yeah. I think Tiffany Foreman said she took the app completely off of her phone. She said, I only do business on my computer now, and I won't do it from my phone. So that's how she solved that problem.
Yes, Cora, yes, you can schedule it. Like right now, mine is off for 3 more hours.
Nice.
You can schedule it. You can schedule that quiet time.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Well, this was really good. I think I'm keeping the chat. So if this is excellent tip, yeah. So if we need anything else, we will message you, or we will get to you, and we will find out what some of those questions are.
All right.
Okay. Well, here, just answer this one. Do you find hosts are mad when you don't respond right away? I don't think so.
No, they're not mad. Most of my hosts work full time, so they're just sending me a message when they have time, just like I am. And I'm pretty upfront and honest with my hosts right from the get-go. I'm not a sugarcoater. I don't sugarcoat things with my kids. And I tell them, you know, listen, I will see your message and I will respond to you if it's something that needs to be answered right away. Like if she has a question about her host coaching tip for the day, obviously I will answer her right away. But if it's just, something that doesn't need to be answered right then I'll wait and answer her when my quiet time is over.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent. Well, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for sharing. We got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people are liking this. They can put it in, and Louise said something about maybe making her show shorter and then doing this. So I do love that. I really appreciate it. I know it's been pretty successful for you, so I'm excited.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are going to transition to Kimberly Bylund, who is going to talk a little bit about Loom. So let me spotlight video her. All right, Miss Kimberly. You're big. I know you are.
I don't like it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You can see how messy my office is behind me. It makes Paula crazy. The one thing I wanted to share is that Grace Spot did a virtual retreat this weekend. And there was a lot of amazing training, but the big takeaway for me was from Tanya Broslowski when she was talking about virtual parties and working with their hosts. And what she said is, when she's talking with the hosts, she says, we're going to partner together. You're going to take care of the entertainment and I'm going to take care of the education. And I thought that was really eye-opening for me. I can post all day long, but I notice when it's the host that's doing the posting that people are actually paying attention. I mean, I can make every awesome video, Canva post, and it's like nobody cares. So I almost wonder if I shouldn't just hand the party over to the host and say, okay, this is what you need to do. You do it. I don't know. I have to think about that some more, but I've got a couple of parties running right now and the interaction is decent. We're just in pre-party, but I've got the host doing work. So we'll see what comes of that.
Hey, Kimberly.
Oh,
who's talking? This is Linda. I learned from Queen Anna again. She calls hers when she sends it to her host. She sends her a bunch of pictures and she calls it the fun factor. Like, you're the fun factor of the party. And that's exactly what I started doing. And I started sending my host at the beginning of the party before it starts. I sent her like 6 or 7 pictures, and I was a little concerned about doing that at first because I'm like, oh, do I really want to give them that many photos? And I said, look, you pick out which ones you like the best, post 1 a day. And I don't send them after I send them like their last day ordering post last 2 days. So, but like the 3 days that my party is going and I'm posting products, I want them posting the fun. And so I call them the fun factor.
How long are your parties running, Linda?
I do pre-party on Thursday. All products all day Friday, products all day Saturday, products all day Sunday, ends on Monday. Wrap it up with my host on Tuesday.
Nice.
That was Anna. I'm telling you, if y'all have questions, ask Anna.
She's the Facebook queen, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so that was my takeaway from the weekend. Anyway, so I was asked to talk about Loom and what exactly Loom is. Some of you use Zoom and then upload it to YouTube and then create a link so that you can play it. I don't do that. Back in the early spring, in Lead Plus, somebody was a guest speaker and they talked about this Loom where you can make your quick video, you can share your screen, and then you get a little link and you can upload it any way you want it. So that's what I'm doing. I'll show you what some of them look like if I can share screen here.
Oh yeah.
No, this was, okay. So I use them primarily for, I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, if somebody on my team is asking a question about how do you create a show? I mean, obviously a lot of this stuff is out in dash. But this just keeps it literally in one spot. So I have, you know, welcome to the Pampered Chef. You know, I just give them a brief overview of what that means. How to create a show in Consultants Corner. They're so short, these videos. How to set up a group in New Facebook. How to combine an add-on order. That one's kind of mute now because we can't really do that anymore. You know, to sign up for ScentShare, how to batch post, how to link a video in ScentShare, how to time shift if you're doing multiples, marketing imagery and using all of that. That puppy is so cute. Tracking a shipment and where to look, how to return, exchange, replace a product, you know, and I just go through using Linktree all the way through. The Chrome extension, that was something that Grace's husband shared with everybody a while ago about you can do that Chrome extension and it sends out all of the invites to your group. Let's see if I pull this in here. When you're in Loom, you have a library. You can do a free version. If you want unlimited videos, you can pay $5 a month. If you want to do them like longer than 5 minutes, you can pay for it. It's cheaper to do it for the year if you're going to do it that way. So I think back then in the spring, it was a great deal. I think I paid like $48 for the year, but now it's like $96. So, and you just have this huge library that you can use and you can post out wherever you need it. I am thinking I want to use Loom now to do some of my host coaching because I'm finding that not everybody understands what copy and paste means or how to invite somebody or things like that. So I want to kind of do a Loom on that and start using that as my host coaching. Anybody have any questions?
Kimberly, so all of those, go back there, all of those store right in, they store right in Loom, right?
Right. Yep.
So how do you share them then? How do you share them?
So if, see this here where it says
Yeah,
there's a copy link?
link. Okay.
So you would just take that link and now I can post it wherever I want it.
So when you paste it, you actually see the video. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you have unlimited storage, you said, in here? You have an unlimited
Correct.
storage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Unlimited.
Do you ever use this to make a video, like a cooking video or something that you're actually using for your show? Or are you only using it for screen sharing?
Pretty much only for screen sharing and training. I haven't thought about doing that. That's actually not a bad idea. I'd have to play with that to see how that works. I haven't done it. I don't know if anybody else has.
How long are your videos?
And yes.
How long can you use? Okay.
They're short because nobody's going to watch it for too long.
Right.
So that's why I sort of take them and I break them down in pieces. I think when I first started doing it, my longest video was, you know, how to set up in Consultants Corner, and I combined how to set up a group. And that video was like 15 minutes and you lose people after that. They just want to do it in like little tiny segments. So once we switched over to the new Facebook, I just broke it up and I did it in 2 different ones.
So Loom is really a link that they have to press. It's not like an auto video.
Well, if I just posted that one in here, you know, then it would, I mean, you can click on it and you can see what it is.
When,
you know, it's the funny part about like that particular video, somebody asked me about eBiz, and I had gone out to do the video and to show her how to renew her website. And I realized that for some reason my credit card had disappeared out of mine and my website was going to renew like the next day. So I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for asking that, because now I can go back in and add my credit card. What do you like, Loom versus Zoom? Loom is, you get the link automatically. You don't have to upload it like you do with Zoom to YouTube. So that's the big difference between the two.
okay. And then I know
Thank
you
you.
have another question. You could do a power hour with Loom.
Yeah, I'd have to play with that. I don't
Yeah. So how long is a
I don't
recording?
know.
How long would a recording time be like free? Would you only get like a certain amount of time for recording? If you're,
You know what? I never noticed because when I was on the free version, I think I had that 15-minute one.
Okay.
But maybe that was the free.
Now it's
Now
only
they're saying no
5
more than 5 minutes.
Right. Now it's only 5 minutes.
Yeah.
so you could only do a 5-minute video on there.
But most things wouldn't take more than a
Yeah,
minute or two
sure.
anyway,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I
You
was
know-
just trying to see the new, so you already told us what the new pricing was.
Yes, it's $96 for the year. But for me, it's worth it. I mean, you know, your team is always growing. So why keep answering the same questions over and over and over and over again when you can automate it and cut down on that? Now I'll just say, oh, it's number 22. Oh, it's number 23. If you're not sure, watch it again. And then if you're not sure after the third time, then you can ask me.
Yeah. So those, when you were showing us those links, when you posted it on your team page, so those are just the links. They actually, you have to
They
click
have to,
on those.
I direct every new consultant back to that step by step, and it tells them what it is. They can click on it and they can do it at their leisure instead of me having to do everything
Okay.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah. You know, even my my new consultant call, I used to do it live. Now I just send it to them. It's a recording. It's like 25 minutes. And I put a keyword at the end, a bonus, like that's how I know they watched it. And mine happens to be fast track. And I say, when you're through it, there's a word in here you have to message me so I know that you've watched it. And then I can move them on to whatever they've got to do next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That is good. Let's see. Why is this better than dropping it onto YouTube as a private video?
it takes less time,
Yeah.
you know, and not everybody
more
has
secure.
access to YouTube right now. A lot of people I know
Right.
have lost use of being able to use YouTube. So, you know, then you're in trouble. But I do use Zoom for my team meetings,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, and I haven't even really been recording my team meetings. I figure if you can't take the time to join us, then,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, stuff comes up, you know, and if somebody has an emergency, I'm not going to like withhold information. I'm not that bad, but, you know, I'm just like, you know, if something really came up and you're not sure what took place, you know, I'll give you the brief overview, but I want them to show up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving my time. I mean, I'm only asking for a half hour of yours.
Yeah. And Cora was asking about, is this step-by-step pinned at the top of your new consultant group?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that step-by-step originally came from Paula Brockner, because Paula had step-by-step and hers were all in Zoom, YouTube, and then pushed over. And when we were talking about it, she said, well, just use mine. And then as I started to go through them, I'm like, yours needs to be updated, you know, because some of the information gets old. So you have to constantly be changing them out. So, so then after I redid mine, she took mine, and was using mine versus, you know, because a lot of the information is the same. I mean, her group, the majority of them, I think, use Post My Party, and my group uses SynShare.
Okay. Okay. So we had questions about being restricted from YouTube. So I know in the case of like Chris, Anna, I don't know that there was any one in particular thing that they were doing. I don't know how they got restricted. Like they cannot sign into a YouTube account. They lost everything and they cannot sign into a YouTube account. Facebook does not play nice with YouTube. Yeah, that's true. But it's not even so much. I mean, now this is YouTube restricting people. Like what the heck happened? You know, I am not sure. I mean, I don't know why, and they don't get any answers. So, and they lost all of their videos from family stuff because all of those were on there. So, I mean, lots of extra effort. When I tape a lot of these things, I actually keep a copy on a backup drive. So, but that's a lot too. I mean, you know, but at least then we don't, in case something happens to YouTube, I'd be like, oh my gosh, how do I replace all of those trainings that are on our training website? That's the only thing, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't even know if you can.
Yeah, lost everything. Yeah, yeah. I download a PC video from Marketing Imagery so that I could use it video for PMP. And after downloading the video, I am now banned. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what
One of my good friends, that's exactly what happened to her. She uploaded a lot of the marketing imagery ones, and then that was it. She said she spent hours doing it and then got banned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they
Very-
don't even have somebody you could talk to. I mean, that's the ridiculous part, you know, is there's not
No.
even like a customer service, like, hey, what happened?
You know, it's like everybody. You can't talk to anybody these days. You can't talk to Amazon. Well, Amazon, you actually can. You just have to search long and hard enough to actually get a phone number for them. But yeah, there's nobody on Facebook that you could talk to. You're restricted for no reason. Oh, here, can you see that from Sarah Jobs? How does everyone feel about not doing a Zoom onboarding call and instead sending a recording? I know this first step takes some time, but I feel like the call is valuable. How do you feel about that, Kimberly? Because now you're not doing that call, you're just doing this video.
You know, I think, you know, in the spring we were so busy because we were just onboarding so many people all at once, that it was just easier to send that off, you know, the video, and it worked out well. Now that things have slowed down quite a bit, I think I will probably go back to doing it live with them, because you want to get to know them, obviously. I mean,
Right.
this is all about relationships, right? So yeah, that's probably something that I'll do, is go back to doing the live.
Do you make a call to them if they're not yours? I mean, if they're,
I contact every single person in my downline, regardless of who they're under, and I just introduce myself, tell them that I'm here to support them. If they have any questions or need something, that they can reach out to me. I give them my cell number, and then I add them to the org page.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of them will reach out, you know, because maybe they're not getting what they need from the other person, or that person's too new and doesn't know a lot of the ins and outs.
Yeah.
So it's not that that person is a bad person. They just they haven't been here long enough to know some of the things.
Yeah. And then your videos, your welcome, or your whatever, your new consultant videos, how long was that and what do you cover in that?
Well, the new consultant, when I go live or send the recording, it's basically, you know, this is the org page. This is where you can find the step-by-step. This is the units. You know, this is Dash. This is Consultant's Corner. You know, just like, it's quick. It's like 25, no more than 30 minutes. It's just a really brief overview. You know, I know a lot of people really like Dash. I don't. I find Dash extremely overwhelming. Like, I don't even know where to look half the time for something. But yet it seems like the young ones, the millennials or whatever, the young people, they're like, oh my God, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I just get overwhelmed in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh, good, somebody's with me, good.
With you on Dash. Yeah.
I find it so confusing, the Dash. It's probably not,
You
but
spend some time, I think, in there, you know, really at looking at, because it's like you have to click on things to see the rest of them. If you've already done them, they don't show up on the page. I mean, it is kind of crazy, but yeah.
Yeah. So I get a little confused in there, and I don't want them to get so wrapped up in Dash that they miss what's really important, which is, you know, booking and sharing the business. So if you just I give them a brief overview, I'm like, you know, just your most important things are this. You want to set up your OPA account, set up your direct deposit, and get your first few shows on the books. Then we'll deal with Dash later. But, and then of course, set up your business page. You know, I don't want them to get so bogged down, you know, and a lot of that stuff is great information. It just, you can get lost in there and never do anything with regard to getting a show.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think they only have them go through 10. And then I think, yeah, they have to do things to open up more things. So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you want to say, Marie? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that everything seems to be changing, and Dash makes me feel like I have a seizure disorder. And because like everything's in this little bit, and you've got this badge, and now this, like sometimes I just want to go there and see product information. Like, I know I'm old fashioned, but I just want a product information guide where you can say, Here's your rock prop. Here's how to use it. Here's information about it. Here's the market imagery with it, and let everything be in one spot. Would you like to?
Agree. I agree with that. I don't know why it says get more information on Dash. I'm like, what do you mean get more information on Dash?
So anyway, that's setting aside. We had a good suggestion that maybe we all need
Get to a Dash training. We just have to find an expert in Dash training. In
So,
Dash.
But do you mind if I circle back, because I think there's a really pressing question I have, and it started with Linda quoting Anna, us going about how long is too long of a party and what day. And Anna, do you mind sharing?
Where is Anna? Because I know she switched up hers. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, so if you're only doing products 3 days, 3 days worth of product, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're inviting people only on Thursday. So you're basically just starting and boom, 3 days of a party and closing it out. Orders due on Monday. To me, that sounds amazing. And
I know. And she has an amazing showing average and recruiting. She's recruiting everybody. I don't know where are you, Miss Anna?
Hey, let me clarify. So I add the host on Monday. On Tuesday is when I add them to the party, and I start giving them the tasks to invite people. So they're inviting Tuesday. So each day there's a different task. And I think we all pretty much follow a lot of the same hostess coaching. So Tuesday is one task, Wednesday is another task, Thursday is another task. So during each of those days, I will just plant one little seed about something, whether it's, why the host was wanting to have a party, or, like when I say pre-party, like it's all scheduled through Censure. Like, honestly, I don't even really pay attention to it. I kind of set it and forget it. But I do give the host, I tell the host they're the fun factor, kind of like, the Love Boat, had the fun factor too. Okay, well, they are the fun factor, and I give them all the posts, and I have them do 1 to 2 of just those fun, engaging, silly, goofy, things a day. But then, so it's 3 days of inviting. And then my party runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I wrap it up on Monday with things like the bridal shower. And, I plant another seed about the Feeding America and booking a show, and, another seed about recruiting. I have something about recruiting every day. And then I wrap it up on Tuesday. Now I have found that I'd say probably about 30% of them, maybe 40% of them end up going beyond that Tuesday because somebody's needing to wait for payday, or somebody, was out of town and is just now getting a chance to see it. I was on direct ship before, so it really didn't matter. I do try to make sure it is wrapped up by that Friday for sure. Because in my brain, in my little squirrely ADD drunk brain, okay, I need everything to start and end within a 7-day period. I cannot handle it. Stresses me out, and I get confused, and I get like, I got to have it all wrapped into one with a nice, pretty bow. Yeah. So I started on Tuesday, and I try to end it on Tuesday because that's when the next ones are starting. That's the main reason why I went down to 3 days. So the other reason was I got bored.
Yeah. So the only thing different than what I'm hearing is it's still 7 days, Tuesday to Tuesday, if you count the pre-party days the host is inviting. The only thing that's changing is you're doing content over the weekend, Thursday.
Yes.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when people are not working their Monday to Friday job, they're seeing the product posts. Okay.
They're at the soccer field. They're at, a basketball. They're at their kids' sporting stuff, and they're waiting for stuff to start, and they're scrolling. Like now that people are kind of get out and about again. But the whole thing, my whole thought about this whole pre-party day thing, just like make me want to I cannot stand it. And that's why it is very benign for me. It is very benign. Like I really don't
for 3 days.
Anything.
What are you doing for the 3 days while she's inviting? What are those other people doing in there? If they don't see any kind of posts or anything, do they just kind of
Well, I mean, there like each day I have something scheduled. Like one day it's a picture of me and my whole family, you know, Brent's kids, my kids, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, you know, with a little introduction about myself. Another day is, okay, so that's
So just one post a day is what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's really, like I said, it's very benign. It's very benign. And it's letting them know, hey, things are going to start on Friday. This is how that's the other day. So the next day is, this is how you're going to get lots of opportunities to earn tickets. This is how you're going to earn them. That's Wednesday. So Tuesday's my introduction by picture. Wednesday is my, hey, this is how you can earn tickets. Thursday, I go either live or I have a pre-recorded video that I just go, hey, super excited. Thank your friend for inviting you. You know, I'd love to be in the kitchen, but I didn't used to. So I just kind of do a little, this is how you order. This is the free gift. You know, you'll find it up above. You'll, you know, if you find your wish list is more, you know, I just talk through, kind of like, guys, if you think through what you did for those of us that were in-home consultants, right? You know, you did an introduction where you planted seeds, you know, to lead into it for the rest of the show. And that's basically all I do. I just want them to be able to put a name with a face, and I tell them, hey, look, most of these are videos of me doing stuff in the kitchen. Some of them are bloopers. It is okay to laugh out loud and make comments on there because, you know, we're all real and it does happen in the kitchen. I mean, like, I just make myself presentable and real. You know, I'm not perfect. Some days you're lucky I have a bra on, you know, I mean, like, I just kind of make a joke about it and just go, you know, this is my house. Sometimes I'm cooking for 2. Sometimes I'm cooking for 9. Sometimes I don't even know who I'm cooking for, you know, like, I just make it lighthearted and fun. I don't make it very stressful. I don't make it, and after 3 days, I'm done. Like, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm bored with it. I'm done. And I think they are too.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of the customer who accepted the invite and was a member from day one. For them, it's still 7 days long. And so that's just the thing that I'm trying to do. Hey, I just think what is happening in the chat is something that we better deal with before we sign off. And that is that Facebook is acting wonky again today.
Yeah.
So there was a suggestion from Cora, which was Sharon Zellin's suggestion, that if you're not able to start a new group, reuse an old group.
Yeah.
Cora, do you want to just comment?
I was surprised how many of my shows did not hold. So I kind of just went back to my list of shows for each week. And, you know, they like, oh, I'm too busy, a death in the family, just different reasons. So I was able just to recreate that. I did not have to erase all the posts. I had enough to do that to get me through this week. I only had 6.
Okay, I really think, well, this is just me, but my humble opinion is with the election being so close at hand and so many things happening with hackers, especially from Russia and China and other countries, that Facebook is really putting the pedal to the metal with restrictions. So what we've talked about the last 3 weeks was using Google documents and forms like Party at a Glance. And worst case scenario, if you need to give your host a Google document with all the information or post on their personal page, do whatever you need to do. But I'm hoping that what we're seeing is a temporary thing that we'll see after November 4th. It might be a whole lot better. Anybody else want to comment on this? Anybody who's smarter, maybe being at Grace Bot's retreat and have any comments or suggestions from?
Marie, it's Charisse. I just I guess know Becky and I were kind of talking in the chat, and I know Christy was having trouble. If you're not able to upload your videos, because I couldn't upload any of my videos this morning from my parties in Facebook Scheduler, I switched to old Facebook and was able to upload them, and they're still.
Oh,
when I switched back to new Facebook, they were still in the scheduled posts. So.
Charisse, I found that I found a flaw with that. So that happened to me over the weekend. I could not upload videos into Facebook Scheduler. And then this is what I found. And then it worked like a charm. I would upload a video and it would give you like a little red warning sign, right? Like you can't do this time. If you just refresh your screen and go and upload it again, it works. You schedule it, you schedule that one, you refresh your screen, and you schedule another one.
Time.
Refresh is your friend in the new Facebook. If
No,
something doesn't work, refresh.
Remembering that refresh thing, I've been telling my team all the time, but I never thought to do it because I hadn't had to do it before between scheduling. So that makes sense to do that. I'll try that one now this afternoon when I get ready for tomorrow.
Well, together we'll figure it out. I mean, it takes a village. It does take a village. And thank you guys for sharing your tips. So,
Marie, this is Jamie Waters. I just wanted to share something really quick. I don't know for sure if there's any validity to this, but one thing that I've been conscientiously doing, I do use Facebook Scheduler, so I know this doesn't apply to many of you that use other outside posting services, but I do make a conscientious effort every single day to try to always make an original, some sort of a post to my business page on a daily basis at different times so that my business page is active, so that I don't look like a robot. I also try to make some sort of a post.
Oh, crap. Wait, sorry. Oh, why can't I? Oh, go ahead. I'm so sorry, Jamie. I accidentally did that.
she's muted.
Okay,
There we go. Try again, Jamie.
Sorry, Jamie.
Oh, no, that's okay. Patty's like, stop talking.
You still have Sharice's.
I was trying to highlight you. Cannot find you, but
That's okay. I don't have my picture up. So I don't know what you guys heard, but I tried to make I try to do active posts on my business page almost daily so that my business page is active. I use home office imagery. I post recipes. I find funny tips. I post things so that my business page is active. I also try to post at least once a day or every other day on my personal Facebook page. And I also make a point every day to try to comment on 5 to 10 of my friends' stuff, not just like or love or whatever, make a comment, showing that I'm active. Now, I don't know if this makes any difference, but I seem to, knock on wood, I'm not having any problems just because I feel like it shows that I'm not a spammer. I'm actually actively using my business page especially. So I don't know if that's helpful to anybody, but a thought.
makes sense.
That is, Jamie, I think you have something there. I think you have something there because I would be totally guilty of ignoring my business page except to schedule shows and do my Facebook Lives through my shows. So thank you. I think that's a very astute observation.
Thank you. Yeah, and you know, it's easy. You can, if you just want to use Facebook Scheduler only for your business page, you sure can do that. You know, just utilize, I try to use as much of Facebook stuff as possible because that way I feel like maybe they like me a little bit better. If I'm not constantly taking people away from Facebook but using what they're giving, I'm just trying to figure out how to play their game. The thing I was the most disappointed about this last week was that they've taken away all the views, and that's really frustrating, and my team is really upset about that, and I had tons of messages over the weekend. Everybody's freaking out. So I sure hope that the views come back because not having that information sure is tough, but we'll see what happens. I hope Marie is right. I hope that they lock things down like crazy because of this election and maybe something good will happen next week.
Yeah, I do think after the election is over, that Facebook will take us.
Will the world go back to normal is the question.
No, the world is not normal. We'll go back to
I wanted to go back to normal.
Oh, well, thank you guys.
Marie,
But
Question.
Marie, this is Bobby. You had asked me to share about recording on your.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Bobby.
yes.
So everything that Kimberly said about Loom is that's so awesome, and it's such a great thing to do. And you could really utilize that with your host coaching. But the flip of that is that a lot of hosts use their phone to do everything they do in their party. So if you're using Loom, you're recording on your computer, and it's different when they do it on the phone. So you can actually, and you can do it so easily on an iPhone. If you have an Android, I'm not sure how to help you. Somebody that has an Android would have to figure that part out. But if you guys have iPhones, if you grab your phone right now, if you didn't know that you can actually, from your settings screen, or your drag up menu that looks like this, there's a record button. And if you hold it down, then your microphone will come up, and you can choose to have your microphone on or off. So you can actually walk them through steps of how to invite, how to send a copy paste, how to whatever, because sometimes we have some non-tech savvy hosts. So you can actually host coach them. And even you can make them and save them in an album so that you can just use it generically. Or if you have a particular host that you're in a relationship with, you literally can, in less than a minute, record a video showing them from their own party and from your own message that you have going on, and just send it through your phone. But that has been a huge feature. That's what you had asked me to share last week.
Yeah, because Patty reported to me that you were freaking out that you didn't agree to say anything, and I'm like, I know I asked Bobby to do.
She wasn't going to talk about
Loom, but
she wasn't.
Okay,
oh yeah, I didn't.
You're not talking about recording in a conversation, like in a text message, or where are you? Where are you?
So the utilization of this would be, I use it in my host coaching most of all. And you can also use it in your team pages and units of things that you're trying to show somebody. Just the same exact thing that Kimberly is talking about, but she uses Loom. I use my phone because the vast majority of people who are using Facebook use their phone. So their view, when I say right here where the members are, them, like I found, because I use my computer, I found I'd take a screenshot and just click right here, and they're like, mine doesn't look like that.
Is that it? That's it, Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
the point is recording on your phone.
Okay, so maybe we need to start next week's call with Bobby teaching that, because we're at 11:25, and looking at participants, we've had a bunch of people drop off, and that's too important.
I'm happy to share it, but it's not like earth-shattering news or something. It's just recording from your phone. But I'm happy to I wasn't freaking out. I thought that you thought I was going to teach Loom. That made me freak out because I don't know Loom. I'm like, oh, I don't use Loom. I tried, and I
know.
I reached out to you. So let's have you start. So this is our hook to make you come back next time. We're going to start out next call with Bobby teaching us how to use our phone for host coaching.
Yeah, everybody just come with your phone. And look, because I said it now, everybody that's on the call this week, you'll figure it out, and you'll be like, yeah, I know that already.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's good. And does anybody...
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, one, you can download Loom on your phone, and you can do it from your phone too. So you can do that.
Okay, that's great to know. Thank you.
But Alyssa Johnson, what is she saying? Facebook is moving away from organic posts. Eventually, people will not see organic posts. What does that mean?
Where is she? Alyssa, can you come live here, Alyssa? Where are you? I don't know where she's at.
Hi, I'm here. So what
That's
organic
the button, Cornell.
What an organic post is that when you post something on your business page, you want them to see it, just to see it, without having to pay for things or go through extra loopholes to have people see what you're posting on your business page. At the end of the day, Facebook's a business. Facebook wants you to pay for other people to see your things. So Facebook is moving in a way that they want you to boost your posts. They want you to pay for other people to see your posts. So they're not going to be, people aren't going to be seeing your things right off the bat anymore without you either boosting it or like going through like crazy loopholes to get people to see your things. So basically, your regular posts are very difficult for people to see. And that's not talking about parties or anything. That's just your typical everyday posts from your business page.
So the other thing that I heard as well is that they are favoring groups. Now, Facebook is favoring groups instead of business pages. And they are, I guess if there's a lot of interaction in group, is that true, Alyssa? Do you know if that's true? I'm not so sure, but.
Yeah, so they're going to favor basically things with participation. So if you have a group with a bunch of likes, comments, interaction, and things like that, then it's going to come up on people's news feeds. But if you have a group that has nothing, like no interaction, no comments, like nothing, it's not going to pop up on people's news feeds. And I've seen that even with my party posts the last few weeks. I had one group that had a very active host. I had a lot of active guests. People were commenting. They were doing more than just liking. There was commenting over and over and over again. There was comments on my live video, but there was a party group that only had likes on things, not necessarily a whole lot of comments. And when I asked, I had a couple of like personal friends in the group that wasn't doing so well. And when I asked her to send me some screenshots of what she was seeing, it was definitely restricted. So it's restricting people from seeing things in unpopular groups.
Okay, good to know.
My
Well,
last
if
couple of
you
parties,
have
no
more
interaction,
info
nothing.
on that, Alyssa, and
Yeah, that would be great.
we need to figure that out, so.
Yeah, I actually did. I can forward the email to somebody. If somebody wants to leave their email in the chat, I can email it to you. But Nancy Francis mentioned a marketing webinar that her and I did recently. It was a free webinar. The woman does small business marketing, and obviously she was kind of trying to sell her business offerings, but there was a lot of valuable information in the webinar even without purchasing her stuff at the end. So I can forward that to you to share with whoever.
Okay. You could send it to me. We'll figure it out. I'll share it with Marie or whatever.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't find you to spotlight you, Alyssa. I don't know where you are.
She has
Oh no,
just
it's okay.
been-
Sorry. I'm home with all my kids running around.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the other thing that we had, and thank you so much for that, was Dash. Is anybody like a Dash expert? Do we need to go out and find a Dash expert? Because I agree with you all. I think that we really need an expert. You know who that would be? It would be somebody that would not be in this group. It would be the people that actually created the Dash or did were part of the council or committee or whatever for Dash. I don't know who that, besides, I don't know, unless we have somebody that's smart enough to know that. So, nobody on here? No,
I'll work on seeing if I can find somebody on that. And I agree with Sarah Jobs. Sarah, I had a show this last week. It was 3 hosts. And yeah, it was like I was talking to an empty room, and I don't know, we really need to put our heads together on that one, because we need to figure it out. So
see, that's why Becky's whole thing about that 1 hour thing, maybe that's kind of a good thing, because for 1 hour people would be like, or for the most part might be available or whatever. It doesn't have to be an hour, it could be whatever, but you could do half and half. I know who used to do that, do half live and half posts. I think we used to do that like with the opportunity event or something, right?
yeah, I know Sarah said I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Sarah said she ended up going live and that helped. I ended up going live on my business page and had one of the hosts who liked my business page share the live to the party. And that worked better because it was her sharing the live versus me sharing that I was going live. And being that the host shared that live to the party, I think more people saw that too.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. We need to put our heads together. So
Yeah.
we
Denise
have
was talking
Bobby
about
set
this
up for
weekend.
at the beginning to talk about using our phone for business. And if other people are using their phone in a great way, please volunteer.
Denise said
And-
there's a good video about dash training in the director bound.
Okay, I'll go look for
Yeah,
that.
we'll go look for that.
I was thinking of maybe asking Susie Light to come
Oh,
on.
what about Tiffany Foreman? Oh, that's a great idea, Marie. Yeah. Get her.
All right.
Tiffany Foreman, I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Cora. No, not Tiffany Foreman.
I don't know. I just thought she knows everything techie.
Well, that's true. That's true. You are right on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do some research.
All right. Well,
Happy
okay.
hour for orders. Go ahead. Sorry. I was just
No,
reading.
no, just if you guys have other, I just don't want to, I want to keep you guys coming back. So I don't want to keep the call dragging so that you decide not to join the call because it's too long. So I'm trying to be cognizant of your commitment to being here with us on Mondays. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I just want to do a shout out. You know, I don't know if you were right there at the beginning, but Roxanne also earned the elite trip, and it has 5 recruits already this month, and I think was number 4 in my all Oregon sales. So just want to do a thumbs up to some outstanding stuff happening, and I appreciate. So
Cora earned it. Cora earned it. Anybody else earned it? I know Anna Luck earned it. I'm trying to think of anybody else if they're on this call have earned the elite trip. But yeah, good job, you guys.
Yeah. So
Good job.
who's who? You know, thank you for joining us. And
So here's your homework for this week is go and learn about Dash and come back next Monday.
That's true.
Right? We can do that.
yeah. So party at a glance. I mean, we've got to have Band-Aids right now to get through whatever is happening, and we'll overcome it together. And I'm sure home office is all over it. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. You know what? I'm going to stop the recording, and then if there's any